Real Gypsy Spells. Gypsies are and have been practitioners of all kinds of magical rituals from ancient times. In this article we will talk about the history of the spells of love gypsy and see some homemade recipes so you can incorporate powerful gypsy spells into your book of witchcraft and wizardry. History of Gypsies. Gypsy culture originated in the Hindu Kush, between Kashmir and Afghanistan region. They began to spread more than 1 millennium ago, and stepped for the first time Western Europe more than 6 centuries ago. Soon they became objects of admiration, hatred and controversy, and so they have remained until today, bringing with them exotic traditions and dialects of distant cultures. Gypsies were known as master storytellers, musicians and fortune-tellers. They were talented practitioners of palmistry, the crystallomancy, and many other forms of divination, including reading of the tarot, which they claim to have introduced in Europe in 1427. In the Victorian era, began to travel in carriages pulled by horses adorned in caravans, known as bardos, who captured the public's imagination and inspired countless paintings, poems, novels and children's stories. The Roma gypsies always have been discriminated against and persecuted by their customs. Were they really healers and psychics? Or simply chatterers and parasites? Today, gypsies cling to their old customs and traditions, such as the rites of courtship and dialect. We can still find gypsy communities the length and breadth of Europe, and in the interior of the former Soviet Union. In countries such as England where expelled, barely a dozen families are now wandering around the country on wagons pulled by horses. In a decade or less may not be any. Gypsies are true friends of the earth, taking with them their nomadic existence and living in contact with nature for a longer time than any other culture. Gypsies are among the last free in the face of the earth spirits. It is important to learn and propagate this culture, and if you are interested in their magical practices, here I leave some spells and gypsy rituals that you can practice. This article includes gypsy spells of love, as well as gypsy spells throw away problems and unwanted people. Use them with care. Gypsy spell for a life full of light. Light orange candle and placed a bouquet of flowers next to it. He makes a wish. Then hang a bunch of flowers over the main entrance in your home. Leave the candle burning. It will attract your desire and turn away the evil of your home. Let's see more powerful gypsy spells. Gypsy spell to discourage an unwanted visitor. To ward off visits or calls from unwanted people, the only thing you need is salt. Immediately after the unwanted visitor is gone, sprinkle the salt, which is purifying and protective against the forces of evil, in the soil where the person has stepped on. Gypsy spell to remove a problem. Write the problem on the ground of an old shoe sole. Get the shoe, steps with force the problem 3 times, and then takes the shoe and burn it in the fire. Another method. Write your problem on a piece of paper. Digging a hole, place the paper on the inside, and bury it along with a piece of iron, copper and some zinc. Gypsy spell for protection. This spell can be used to improve the health of one older person as well as to keep evil away from someone out of the house. Take a horseshoe or an iron nail and bless them by submerging it under a full moon in salt water. Bury it in the garden of the person, or in a pot. Make sure that the tip protrudes slightly, act as a conductor to disperse energy. While you before pronounce the next gypsy curse. Outside the danger, I am the witness, turn off your fire with this iron, name. Will be health, name. Will be fine. Gypsy love ties. As you know, on this website we specialize in spells and effective love ties. These rituals and gypsy spells have been tested and work both in theory and in practice. Keep in mind that I only publish real spells. Gypsy Spell to attract the person you love. On a Friday night, light a white candle and place it in a glass support. Display that the flame is a bright flame of love that burns within the heart of your loved one, and the candle stand is the torso of your loved one. As you look at the flame, it is displayed as rises. Your own passion will make it happen, and when you do, feel how your emotions are poured into the flame. Think positively and calmly in your lover and attract it to the heat of the flame. Pronounce the next Gypsy spell for love. This flame of passion burn within your heart. Me, not you can separate yourself. Let the candle is consumed alone. Repeats the spell the following 3 nights or until you receive the attention you deserve from your loved one. Gypsy spell to find a new lover. On the day of the new moon, get a red paper heart. If you have a pink, use a fallen petal that is heart-shaped. Take a sheet of white paper and a pen that nobody else has used. Type this. Heart glittering in the light of the candles. You work is clamped, so love me, to make me feel. After this, take a bath and get your night clothes. When you are ready, turn on a red candle and reads the spell aloud. Holding the heart in front of the flame and let the candle light to shine upon him. Then place the heart and the spell in a new envelope, and seal with candle wax. Hide the envelope and leave it there during a full lunar cycle, 28 days. At the time of the next new moon, must have reached a new love in your life. Here concludes this article on rituals and powerful Gypsy love spells. Continue browsing this website to discover hundreds of recipes of spells and rituals of free love at home.